Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Do It Again for Cassie, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson, 37. So moving on to our briefing, Cassie is getting tired of the constant calls from Edward. Please, for her sake, put him and 4 others out of their misery. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. 1 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the mansion staff with a bat shuriken, and 4 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the bodyguard, 1 in an accident explosion, 1 via bat shuriken, 1 via pistol, and 1 via consumed poison. We also have only 1 exit available. We cannot be spotted. No bodies can be found excluding accidents and poisons. We must only get headshots, and all shots must hit an NPC. We cannot be recorded, and we must only eliminate our targets as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff. We're going to have a breaching charge stored up in the changing room, and we'll be bringing with us some bat shurikens, an enigmatic gas grenade, along with our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, our first target is up on the 2nd floor, and they are in Alexa Carlisle's study. So we're going to make our way around past the entrance hall balcony and out through the window here, and just to our right we will see a drain pipe that we can ascend. And as we get up here, we will encounter our first target, who is just making his way into the building. This is the melee bat shuriken kill, and there is our target, and he is going to remain there whilst Alexa Carlisle is in the area. But once she leaves, our target will return to the balcony. Here he comes now. And once he's in position, we can just walk up behind him. We can eliminate him with our shuriken and very quickly deposit him in the wicker crate provided. He also has the outfit we require for our remaining eliminations, so we'll just take that very quickly. We're then going to make our way into the building and through Alexa's little private sanctum area here, through the secret doorway and into the Alexa's private bedroom and bathroom area. And if we turn on the gramophone here, that will draw the attention of our next target, who is also a bat shuriken kill, this one via a thrown bat shuriken. So once the gramophone gets his attention, he will come in to investigate. We're going to hide behind the bath here, and we're just going to wait for our target to turn off the gramophone before we launch our bat shuriken at his head. So any second now, off goes the gramophone, and through the air goes the bat shuriken, and we're going to waste no time at all in getting him well hidden, and we're going to hide his body in the closet in the changing rooms. And we can then move on to our next target, who can be quite tricky. So we're going to select our gas grenade, or our emetic gas grenade should I say, and we're going to make our way through the bedroom, out of the window onto the balcony, and down the drain pipe. Now our next target is actually Alexa Carlisle's personal bodyguard, and Alexa Carlisle is currently down on the ground floor greeting the private investigator. So there is our target, and we need to keep an eye on the patrolling enforcer on the balcony, and eventually when the conversations downstairs have played out, Alexa will be returning to the second floor, and if we time this just right, we can get behind our target and throw our gas grenade just ahead of him so that we can then make him sick. He will make his way to the nearest bathroom. Now, if you happen to get Alexa with the gas grenade as well, Alexa will come to this bathroom, but our target will also go to a bathroom just on the opposite side of the building, and we can do exactly what we're going to do here over there. So once the target makes his way in, we're going to render him unconscious, because trying to shoot him in the head while he's throwing up is quite tricky, and while he's laying perfectly still on the floor, it would be very hard for us to miss our headshot. So that's 3 targets down. We now have 2 targets remaining, and we're going to make our way now down to the ground floor, and we need to get a couple of items, first of which will be a crowbar, which we can find just outside the building, just by the kitchen. So we're going to make our way down to the ground floor and around to our left and head towards the kitchen doors. And once we get outside, just to our right on the baskets or cases here, we will find our crowbar. We can take that crowbar, and we are going to now head for the butler's office, and we are going to bust our way inside. And the reason for this being, there is a vial of lethal poison on the windowsill. So we're just going to bust open the doors, approach the window, grab the poison, and we're now going to make our way to the dining room, which is at the back of the building just to our right here. Now be aware that if Edward is playing the piano, which he is, as you can see, all of the housekeeping staff members will be watching him. So we're just going to wait right here for a few moments. As you can see, also the private investigator is in attendance, but he will leave very shortly, and when he does, we can then add our poison to Edward's drink. We're then going to go and retrieve our breaching charge, and it's in the changing rooms here just under the bench. We're going to remove the breaching charge from the case, and then we're going to make our way into the kitchens. And as we have a briefcase, we are going to collect up both of the propane cylinders in the room, putting the first in our briefcase and then collecting the second by the counter on our way out. And we can then return to the dining room, and after a short wait while Edward finishes his phone call to Cassie, harassing her once again, we will then watch as he goes to take a drink, and it will be the end of his harassment of Cassie. So that leaves us just one more target, and they are out in the church area. And this is probably the trickiest of the 5 targets, as we need to eliminate them with an accident kill. And normally we would just plant a propane cylinder near them and detonate it, but in this case we have the perfect shooter challenge, which means we can't use our gun for this, hence the breaching charge. But this also is somewhat tricky, as the explosion doesn't always count as an accident. So we're going to set up a chain reaction here. So we're going to place one of our propane cylinders just within the range of detonating the ride-on lawnmower, and then we're going to place down another propane cylinder, which will trigger the first propane cylinder. About there will do. Let's just pick up our briefcase. No, not the propane cylinder. Let's just grab that briefcase before that gets anyone wandering off. So we're just going to place our cylinder back down here on the floor. We now need to remove the spare gardener in the area. So we're going to make our way into the church. I'm going to drop the briefcase on the floor here. select our breaching charge. We're going to turn on the radio, which will distract the other gardener away, and he will then spot the briefcase and take that away. So while he's doing that, we have a bit of time to perfectly place our breaching charge just within range of triggering the first of the propane cylinders, which will then set off the second cylinder, which will then set off the ride-on lawnmower, and hopefully will count as an accident explosion kill. And like I said, for some reason, just the cylinder on its own with the breaching charge doesn't seem to count as an accident, but we've managed to get away with it this time, and all we have to do is make good our escape to the one and only bridge exit. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and apart from the final target being somewhat tricky and having to place your cylinder very, very carefully, we managed to eliminate all of our targets according to plan. We managed to meet all of the objectives, which will in turn gain us our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.